Hi everyone, myself Ayras Naisram, Assistant Professor, EC Department, BVC Engineering College. Today we discuss about the different FPGA architectures. Now let us go for this FPGA vendors. So how many types of FPGA vendors are going to be there, or how many types of FPGAs that is going to be manufactured, or as follows. So you're going to have the Altera, Xilinx, Atmel, and Actor. So these are the different companies that is going to be manufactured the FPGA devices. So we are going to know about this Altera and Xilinx things, but you're not going to mention about this Atmel and Actor. So Atmel and Actel will not be in your syllabus, but you're going to have the Xilinx and alternative FPGA architectures. And when you're going to discuss about these things especially, so we are going to have the Altera 8000 FPGA. At the same time, Altera 10K will be the discussed in this syllabus. Coming to the Xilinx, you're going to have the Xilinx 4000 and Spartan 2. We're going to discuss about those block diagrams. So first one, it is AlterFlex 8000 FPGA. So here the AlterFlex 8000 FPGA consists of a logic blocks, and in uh, each logic sorry it is going to be logic array, and each logic array consists of logic array block. It consists of 8 logical elements, and you're going to have the IOE, nothing but IOB, input and output logic elements. um, you're going to have the other things will be the switch matrix, nothing but switching interface conditions, and you're going to have the embedded array. So here you're not going to have the embedded array, but it is going to be main block between main block difference between the 8000 FPGA architecture and Altera Flex 10K architecture. So here the this is the basic block diagram of an Altera Flex FPGA architecture. So when you're going to discuss about these architectures, you're not going to have mm, much more content for the explanation of these things. So it consists of 8 IOB blocks, input and output element blocks. We can say this, and it is going to have the LAB, nothing but logic array block, and it consists of logic elements, and each LAB consists of 8 logical elements. Then you're going to have the connections like this connectivity, nothing but we can say this row interconnect and column interconnect. The vertical ones will be the column interconnect, and horizontal will be the um, row interconnects. And next you're going to have the AlterFlex 10 FPGA. So when you're going to have the comparison between these two things, you're going to have the EAB, nothing but embedded array block, has been inserted here when compared with respect to the AlterFlex 8000 FPGA. So this embedded array block will be used for the nothing but it is a memory element, and it is going to be used for storing of the design. If we say that, nothing but you're going to have the bitgen foundation. So bitgen foundation should be stored in for programming the FPGA. We require the memory. So in that condition, the EAB will be used for this. EAB will be used for the programming the device. So these are the main difference between the AlterFlex 8000 FPGA and 10 AlterFlex 10K FPGA. So here you're going to have the memory in AlterFlex 10 FPGA, but you're not going to have the memory in AlterFlex 8000 FPGA. So here it is going to be represented 10. It is not 10, it is 10K. Okay. And coming to the next one, Xilinx 4000 series FPGA. In the Xilinx XC4000 series FPGAs, you're going to have the different FPGAs. Depending upon the number of gates, you're going to have the different series. Means the XC4000 consists of 4000 gates in the FPGA. So here it consists of switch matrix, CLB, and IOB. So here the IOB will be the input and output block. It consists of input and output pins. At the same time, switch matrix, it is going to consist of how it is going to be routed between CLBs. Which CLB should be given to which connection has to be, or how it is going to be routed between the CLBs with respect to the IOB. So this switch matrix will going to do that conditions. Next, CLB configurable logic block, and it is going to be used for the device, nothing but design configuration. Nothing but the design has to be converted into small subblocks, and each subblock will be loaded into the CLBs. So this is the Xilinx XC4000 series FPGA, and from this we are going to go for Xilinx Spartan 2 FPGA. Coming to the 4000, coming to the comparison between the 4000 and the Spartan 2 FPGAs, you're going to have this same thing, but you're going to include DLL at the same time block select RAM, DLL and block select RAM, and these going to be the two different things added up in the Xilinx pattern to FPGA. So those will be for the different technologies, and from Xilinx Spartan 2 to Xilinx Spartan, next one will be the Vertex one, and the remaining will be the same as the Xilinx 4000 FPGA. So CLBs, and you're going to have the block select RAM. This block select RAM will be used for storing of the data, nothing but your previous data, or you can say this as the storing of design configurations, you can say. And the next one will be the Xilinx Vertex FPC. So it is a Vertex in the recent times, you can say this it is a Vertex, but at present you're not going to have the Vertex as the recent, but it is going to have the Zinc boards as the recent ones. So it consists of just change in the architecture, nothing but place of the CLBs and block RAM, and make remaining will be the same. You're going to say this, you're going to have this main blocks as the block select RAM, and you're going to have the multiplier here. So multiplier will be used for um, addressing of particular things. So DCM and multiplier block RAM when compared are the different things when you're going to have the uh, comparison. So when you're going to compare with the respect to the Xilinx 4000 FPGA, the main blocks will be different from that 4000 FPGA or the block select RAM, multiplier, and DCM. So if you want anything respect to in respect to of these things, you can go for this textbook, or you can refer your binder for these notes. And this is about the FPGA architectures. Thank you.